Hey everybody, welcome to Stoned React. So glad you're here joining me today. So we are going to be diving into her most recent video, which is called Huge Arab Food Breakfast, Cheese and Cream I don't know how to say that, falafel, hummus, and chicken fillet. So she's really going all out now. I'm sure all of you already watched yesterday's. I have big news to announce. She's apparently going to be going back to Canada. I could have seen that coming from a mile away. That's not even a surprise to me. Um, but it was interesting to watch. So we're gonna watch this video. I wasn't gonna do a reaction. I'm sure you all have seen it like a dozen times. So we're gonna do a reaction on this one. See what she's got going on. She's got quite the meal in front of her. All right, so she's got like it's like a dipping tray, like something that you would put out, with different sauces, and you could dip, has different pickles, and this is like we would call it meze. It's like appetizers.
Hello guys, salam alaikum. Welcome back to another
Alright.
video. So, I have a very special
Oh, sorry guys.
meal. This is tawiya.
Tawiya.
Tawiya. I'll put the spelling here. Tawiya. It's a plate of different kinds of cheeses. We have like Kraft cheese with
Kraft cheese.
some za'atar olive oil, some feta, some cream, fresh cream, halloumi, and
She really needs to cut down on the amount of cheese that she's eating. See, I don't have a problem with the food that she has in front of her now. I mean, this is like a staple in my culture to eat these foods. This is normal, like everyday type of food. The problem is that she eats too much of it. She's got too much cheese going on. She's got an now that thing of hummus, okay? That is big. That's a takeout container full of hummus. Okay, that's got to be 3 cups. I'm thinking in there. That's a lot. The falafel, 4 of them. I can probably down 2 in a sitting. I couldn't eat more than that, maybe 2, because they are filling. They're very filling. She eats so much food, but she really needs to slow down the the cheese intake. I mean, she just eats so much cheese. It's not good. It really isn't. You gotta eat. You gotta be in moderation with things. Like extremes of anything isn't good.
labna. So yes, it's very delicious.
And
And
lepna is
with
just
some
another,
vegetables, mint, and some jam in
dairy.
the middle. And we have some fresh bread.
Of course, she
We
has the
have some
pita.
falafel and pickles,
Of course.
and a chicken sandwich,
And
and
all those
some
pickles, and all the sodium that they have in them.
hummus. I'm not going to eat all of this, but
I don't believe for 1 minute she's not going to eat all of it. I think she's going to eat all of it. What do you guys think? Because even if she gets off camera, she's going to still eat it.
I'm going to eat some of it and then save the rest. Um, so yeah, bismillah. Let's start. I'm going to start with falafel with the hummus.
Sorry, guys, I had to speed her up a little bit. It's
All right.
too slow. You know
I
what
love
you
falafel.
do? Get a piece of
Pickles.
pita, open it up, take the falafel, smash it inside,
So
put some of those vegetables and stuff like that, sauces in with it. Oh, it's so good.
a lot of you are not going to understand what I'm about to say.
Okay, we're not going to understand. Of course,
what
we're
I'm
not
gonna
going to understand. None of us
And
understand you, Shanta.
I know that,
You're all over the place.
so that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So you take the halloumi, you take the jam,
Ew,
Like a
jam. No, we
strawberry
don't.
jam?
We don't do jam. No.
and you go like that.
Ew, gross. I do not like sweet with savory. I don't know how people eat
Fresh
that.
mint. This is like an Arab breakfast, but it's like my morning.
I've never seen jam in our breakfast, but hey, every
everyone
country's
knows it.
different.
And I know people think I'm trolling and I'm doing this for views.
I mean, everything you
But
do, everything you do has to be for views, right, Chantal? You're doing this to make money. The only way you can make money is by views. So of course it is.
So I'm going to try to explain the best I can
Oh God, here we go.
to make you kind of understand. And
Gonna
some of you just won't.
she's gonna
How do you feel right
kinda.
now?
Oh look, she just went live. Ah, she just went live. All right. Yeah, that was a
And
good
how I've been
pause.
feeling.
Just a reminder, I have her
It's like I'm
sped
in a
up.
tug of war, okay? So,
Okay.
like, Canada, Kuwait, west, east, east, west, east, west.
Okay.
And it's actually very
Still don't
confusing for me
understand.
because I come from Canada, right?
Can you not talk in code? See, this is Chantal's code talk. She's shoving her face with food. She says one or two words, then she shoves her face with food again. And that's the one time she decides that she's going to chew the food, okay? She will chew it 20 times and then she says, "Well, this is what you get when you guys tell me to chew my food." No, finish a thought, then eat. Then have another thought, then eat. Don't make your sentences all. Oh God, it drives me nuts. I don't know how. Like people that are with her all the time, I don't know how they deal with it.
But when I'm in Canada, I miss my family here. And when I'm here, I obviously miss my family there.
Of
So
course.
I get moments where
Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Say it. Say it.
I just want to go back to being a mess because changing is a lot harder. I want to go back.
I have always said this. It is far easier to be bad than it is to be good. I've always told my children this. I tell my friends this. I've been saying this all my life. It is the God's honest truth. It is far easier to be bad than it is to be good. It's far easier to be sloppy than it is to be neat. It's far easier to be um, not disciplined than to be self-disciplined. It's easier to let have no accountability for anything than it is to actually be an accountable person. It all takes work, which Chantal has no desire to do. I mean, work to her is turning on the camera, putting some food in front of her, and then shoving it in. That's for her effort. Unlike most of us who actually go out, work, have errands to run, we don't have all those conveniences that she has, having food delivered to our house every day, because we don't have that kind of money, right? That's very expensive. I mean, if you were to order one meal like this, it could cost you anywhere from $50, $60 to get it delivered.
Back to just sitting on a reclining couch and being buzzed out of my mind and just Mario beezing.
But that's where you're comfortable. Because Shanta, you're a lazy individual. You have no drive, no ambition. So for you, being a complete pothead, whatever. I hate to even use the word pothead because you're not even nice like a pothead would be. Um, I mean, at least potheads are nice. Um, yeah, okay, sorry. I'm going to go forward. I'm going to shut my mouth for a little bit. Ew. Ew, she got jizz in the jam.
But then I really think about it.
She
Because
got jizz in the jam. Look at that. Ew.
And I think, do I really want that?
You want the mess. Oh, hold on, guys. My doctor's calling. All right. Let's get back into it.
Do I really want to go back to that? And instead of thinking of setting up a whole new life alone on my own.
I mean, what do you mean by setting up your whole life alone by yourself? You've always had your life. I mean, yeah, you've lived with people, but you're doing it like you've never lived your life without a husband. You absolutely have.
And how can I leave my family here? Like, how can I leave
Did she just say,
my family?
how can I leave my family here? What family are you talking about, woman? Your family is in Canada. Salah is not your family. He's your fake husband. And his family wants nothing to do with you. So I don't know what in the hell you are talking about.
I mean, my husband. And my pets.
Yeah, because you're such a great pet owner. You nail it out of the park.
I never said the healthcare was cheaper here.
Oh, yes, you did. Oh, yes, you did. Oh, yes, you did. Oh, I hope somebody pulls up the clips. They will. I have faith. There's other clip channels. They're going to pull it up. I have faith. You absolutely said, "Oh, it's so cheap, the healthcare in Kuwait. Oh, it's nothing for the whole visit. I paid $125." I remember the whole conversation. Now stop.
At least I don't remember saying that, which doesn't make sense because the healthcare in Canada is covered, completely.
No shit.
But I remember how hard it is.
Yeah. Say 2 words. Now eat. Say
It's
another
almost
two
impossible to get a
words.
family physician.
Yeah. Okay. Now take another bite.
Anytime I would go to the clinic, if you don't go line up at 8 a.m., the
Oh,
clinic fills up very quickly.
Canada.
Just like, it's universal, right? So
So now she's downing
there's
the
going to be long wait
Canadian
times.
healthcare. You notice when she's in Canada, it's fine, and then when she's not in Canada, their healthcare sucks.
No system is perfect.
No, it's not.
No matter where I am, I have to get a grip on a lot of things that have nothing to do with anyone else but me. But I'm just very torn. This is a chicken filling sandwich. I'm just gonna eat half. I don't have like a huge. This is like the first thing I've eaten today.
I have had no appetite today at all. I had 1 spoon of guacamole and that was it. The rest is in the fridge.
So the thing is like I'm sorry that I changed my mind so many times and just confused people.
I mean, at this point, we're pretty
Get
used
my
to
Kevin's
it.
hopes up.
As annoying as it is.
Because of course they would prefer to have me close. But they also just want me to make my own decisions to be happy.
Oh, Chantal. I don't know what we can do with you. You are just a piece of work, really.
Spicy.
And when she says sometimes she feels like she wants to go back to being a wreck and stuff, I, the basically the honeymoon phase of this relationship that she's having with this man is fading, right? The first year honeymoon phase has gone away and now reality has set in. Now it's the same old, same old. Now they're comfortable around each other and all their bad habits are coming out. Yeah. She doesn't want to be this perfect little obedient Muslim woman, does she? She wants to be her raunchy, nasty self, shaking her body parts all over on the camera and making quirky faces and eating 15 pounds of lohma. And I mean, she is a mess. She has to be in a mess.
Which, I'm glad they think that way. What I'm down about right now, honestly, why I seem down, is because of my indecisiveness.
Yes, indecisiveness, the ugly head of it.
And it would be fine if it just affected me. It affects other people around me.
No shit.
So I'm gonna stick it out here. Even in Canada, I would isolate a lot.
Yeah, but even though you'd isolate, you would go places. You would get out of your house. Like you weren't confined like
There's a
you
lot of
are
new projects I have
now.
to work on no matter what country I'm in.
Well, if you'd plant your ass down long enough in one particular country, maybe you'd get something accomplished.
I'll just stick it out. And Salah assured me, like, don't worry about money for healthcare because I feel like a burden.
You are a burden.
He's like, don't worry about that. If you need tests, we'll get them. Like, don't worry.
Yeah, right. I don't believe that. I'm calling bullshit.
I don't know. I just feel bad. Like,
You should feel bad. You did this to yourself. You are fat because you eat too much food. You have been like this all your life. You don't like structure. You don't like to follow um, anybody's guidelines. You don't like to, everything, you have to do it yourself. You have to follow your own rules. You have to do things your way. You're a difficult person.
so anyway. I don't know what to say. I know a lot of you are not gonna understand my love for the Middle East. I never understood it until I came here, and I fell in love with it. I also have, um, I feel like if I went back to Canada, I'd have to be burdened with like a legal battle against someone who literally stalks me. And you could say, oh, whatever.
I mean, that could be a big reason of why she stays away from Canada is because she's afraid of who she's going to be harassed by. It is a legit concern because, as many of you already know, and if you don't, I'll tell you, there are some reactors, not many, just a few, that do go in real life. They're quite determined and persistent, and she is legit in that concern. If I was a YouTuber and in that situation, I would be concerned as well. So, and I believe everybody should be kept safe. So, we don't want anything to happen to anybody. All right, let me.
A person doesn't stalk you. Excuse me?
Yeah, I mean, they even They even went to her family's house. Like it's pretty bad. The level of in real life some of these reactors have gone. It's very disturbing.
This psycho drove from their city to where I was to go check out somewhere I was shopping at. Doesn't matter the reason. That alone is psychotic behavior. And it's happened more than once.
I don't get it. I don't understand what is so fascinating about her that anybody would want to be in the proximity of her. I don't understand it.
So that's a small factor that I would have to deal with, and I just don't want to be in the same country as those people either.
Yeah, so this could be a good reason for her, a runaway. She's in Kuwait. She doesn't have to deal with the Canadian chaos. The possibility of some reactors showing up at her house.
um, I'm not physically afraid of the person. I don't have to deal with it legal matters.
Yeah, well, it sucks when you have to deal with
You
legal
catch my drift?
matters. Of course it is.
So, beyond that,
Mhm. Yeah, beyond that,
those are my reasons.
those are your
I can't
reasons.
bring myself to imagine living my life without the support of my husband.
Look, if you're daydreaming about going back to the days when you were a hot mess and just smoking your weed and doing your thing and driving around chasing Nader around, honey, you are thinking about other scenarios in your life. You're not just thinking about how is it that I am going to live my life without my wonderful husband, who is so loyal and trustworthy and yada, 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 right?
You can think what you want of him, but he's a very supportive husband. And
I think he's probably more of a simp. He's somebody who just, you just snap your fingers and he'll do whatever you tell him to do. You know, I'm sure if you told him to lay flat on the ground and let you walk all over him, he'd probably let you do it. I wouldn't put it past him. Seems like that kind, you know? I mean, you take it as he cares about you. I take it more as he is maintaining his investment. Let's put it that way. Because you are an investment, right? You do know that, right? So you paid, and she has said this, and it has been confirmed that she paid a lump sum to him upon arrival to Kuwait for this transactional relationship to move forward. So the reason why I say this is a fake relationship and is not real is because it's a transaction that happened. She transferred a shit ton of money to his bank account, and that was to confirm that this relationship would move forward. It's
in a lot of ways,
contractual, nothing else.
um, ways that I would miss a lot on a daily basis, you know? Hey, open up. I don't know why I'm explaining myself, but probably because I announced that I'm going to Canada and now I have to explain why I'm not.
Oh, so now she's not going. Oh, I didn't hear
That's
that
why.
part. I missed it.
I'm
Okay.
not.
So she was going yesterday.
And that's my
She's
final
not going
decision.
today.
I will not.
I'm thinking, okay, hold on, guys. I'm thinking something here. I'm thinking possibly that Salah stepped in and discouraged her from going back. That she made an impulsive decision saying, you know what, I have to go back to Canada because I have to use their health care. I'm not getting better. Things are getting harder and I'm becoming more immobile and I'm having more medical issues. I need to get under medical care ASAP. And he probably turned around and said, oh no, my possible funnel of money is going to be going away and I'm no longer going to be able to control her day to day life and be a part of it, and in that way be able to continue to earn her money. I think very well that Salah is very vested in this relationship, in this transaction, and he is going to do what he needs to do to make sure that it stays in his possession for however long he may want it to stay in his possession. Meaning her. Okay? He purchased her. She was a purchased bride. Get that down. Miss, I don't like to listen to anybody. I have my own rules. I don't like this. I don't like that. Yeah, you were just bought. You were bought. Transactional. That's what you got to tell in your story.
I'll be recanting because I can't keep doing that. I mean, obviously, if I really want to go back, I will, but I feel like Foodie Beauty is truly gone.
No, no, not in a million years. You're still here. You are not gone. No, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. You want Foodie Beauty to go on. You want Foodie Beauty to be gone. That's why you changed the name of your channel. That's why you continue to stay in Kuwait in this false story, this fake marriage. Oh my gosh. Like, seriously. Okay.
Don't remember the days when I first moved into the villa.
Oh, we remember.
I was over 400 pounds.
Yeah. And?
I wasn't happy either.
No, you weren't. And you're not happy now either. You're miserable. Admit it, Chantal. You're miserable.
Less so. I didn't believe in God. I had a huge amount of apathy.
I still don't believe that you have a true deep meaning of what God is in your life. I really don't. I really don't. I'm sorry. As a Christian, I cannot say that I see God in your eyes anywhere.
So yeah.
That's all you got for us? Oh, hold on, guys. Okay.
That's my major beef with myself right now. Anyway, I will try to stay focused on my marriage, Ramadan. By the way, I don't know why I have to even say this, but some people actually believe, when I'm being sarcastic, my husband only has one wife, me.
Yeah, right. Okay, granted, he might just have one wife, fake wife, but he's got other chicks, honey. I'm sorry to break it to you. You gotta open your eyes.
He doesn't sleep out of the apartment. We live together.
You don't live together.
We are married. Again,
you are not married.
Ask the ministry yourself if you want to. Whatever. How are people going to believe someone who doesn't live our life over us? Like, or somebody who has no proof?
Shanta, you have presented no proof to us, so we have nothing to go by. So when you say, why do people believe these other people when they have no proof? Well, you do not have proof to debunk what it is that they're saying, and whatever you bring forward is either forged document or some copy off the internet and it's not the authentic one. Um, Again, I don't believe that I care to see it because I don't need to see it to believe it. I know what the truth is, just because we know her behavior and how she is as a person, how much she lies, how much she manipulates. She is genuinely a rotten apple in the pile. She doesn't have any true good moral values or standards. She doesn't have much in the area of integrity. Yeah, we could go on and on, right? I mean, she is who she is, a hot mess. Let's see if I missed anything.
A lot of the time, if we're not going out together, he asks me to come along with him. A lot of the time, I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
isolated because I self-isolate. I can go out anytime I want.
he asks you because that's the polite thing to do. How like somebody gets sick and you go, "Oh, let me know if you need anything. If I want to bring you some soup." That person genuinely does not have the time, nor do they have the desire to bring you any soup. But it's the kind thing to do, right? So he's probably just asking you to be kind. He knows your fat ass ain't going to be getting up each time he asks you, so the odds are in his favor, right?
Just say, "Can you take me here?" Fine, A lot of the time, he encourages me to go out. When I'm in a rut, I don't feel like it. A lot of the time. But if we're not together, he's video chatting me. Excuse me, the whole time. So, or most of the time.
Chantal, I'm going to tell you this much. You should be very concerned if a man is spending most of his time on FaceTime or on the phone or on social media, because that means he is an unproductive person. He is not doing anything. He's not working. He's not making any money. He's not taking care of his responsibilities in the marriage. So, why are you not concerned as to why he's able to answer your calls and be on the call for that long of a time? That should be concerning. That would be an absolute turn off to me. Okay? Like if my man isn't out there working and making money and supporting his family, I mean, come on. You sold us the whole deal at the beginning where you said, "Oh, he's going to provide for me. He's never going to have to work, blah 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 blah." Look, you sold us a story and it changed. The man doesn't even hold down a decent job with a degree. I'm sure that degree might have been bought or something. I don't know. But let's be real here. Let me turn this back on. Okay.
Sending me pictures when he's somewhere. So I've said that a million times. So I guess I'm gonna make that the last time I say that. um. So yeah. I made a joke. I was sarcastic because people, haters or reaction channels are always saying he has more than one wife. He lives in another apartment. But then, like, how can we afford all these apartments and wives? Because you have to provide for your wives. You can't just, like, legally, you can't just marry another wife.
No, because what he does is he gets foolish women like you, to sign up for his little pension plan. Okay? His pension plan is you guys deposit big chunks of money to him and keep paying him every week. And he takes care of your needs, drives you here, drives you there, dances here, dances there, plays a little piano for you, all this stuff, and plays the husband role. He could be doing it with multiple women. You wouldn't even have a clue, okay? But he's such a dumbass. I mean, I'm sure he would reveal himself like he did with that chick.
Wife if you're a broke ass, So, like, you guys really, really know nothing. You speculate, but you're so wrong on a lot of things. But yeah, they'll say, like, he has another wife, blah, blah, blah. And whatever. I mean, I'm going to take it with a grain of salt because rumors are rumors. But just know there's no truth to them. And I was being sarcastic and, like, yes, like, playing into that, whatever delusion they have. But, there's really nothing there. Big fat nothing burger as usual. I hear a lot of people come to me and say that, oh, this reaction channel has so many dumb conspiracy theories. And whenever they're proven to be not true, or or inconsistent with the truth, people just breeze by it and go for the next conspiracy theory, you know. But yet people latch onto every little single thing I say, and it's so
Because you're
weird.
such a
I don't know, it's
liar.
like odd behavior. And people are just not like that here. People are just not weird like that. They don't have that mentality. Like, maybe some people, but I've never encountered anyone like that here. And yeah, and I'm not saying all people are like that in the West, obviously, but I have a lot of awesome followers, and you guys are cool, and I love you guys. But all of the weirdo people who are obsessed with me, and it's like I don't know. I don't know the mentality of people who follow people like that whatsoever. So, anyways, I guess that's all I have to say. I'm gonna continue to work on myself, try to seek help here. Um, you know, so I mean, Salah's insisting I don't have to worry about, you know, the monetary side of the healthcare. So I'll just trust in him on that, and I guess that takes away a big stress. And I mean, like the healthcare I've utilized so far hasn't been pricey, but the point is in Canada everything is just free, like because it's covered, right? But there's long wait times. There's always a pro and a con to everything. So no matter where I am, and I have to ultimately decide where I'm most happiest with my new mindset, my new faith in God. As a Muslim, I just feel more comfortable being here for a lot of reasons, and the cost of living is just also lower. I keep forgetting that, you know, like just looking at like 1 bedroom apartments when I was thinking of going back for a while, because I like to have my ultimate privacy. I could stay with my mom as long as I want, but like I like to have privacy, you know, and just bed rot in peace. That's what I feel like my life would be like if I go back, just bed rotting even more, you know, because being totally alone, I'm a little afraid of that. I'm a little afraid of how deep a hole I'll dig myself into. I'll just be alone with all of my addictions, nothing else.
Yeah, that is a real fear. I mean, on a serious note, as you get older, and look, she's going to be, I think she's going to be 40. As you get into your 40s, you start to think about those things, you know? Like, am I going to be alone? You get into your 50s. I mean, it is a real legit feeling. Like, the fear of being alone. Like, my sister said to me the other day, because she fell and broke her hip, and she said, "Can you imagine if I was alone?" Because my mom lives in the house with her. Imagine if I was alone and I didn't have the phone next to me. I would have been laying on this floor the whole time. Like, how would you know to look for that person? You'd have to realize they were missing or not answering their phone or something like that. But it is like I can understand why she at this point in her life that she's thinking about loneliness, because that is a legitimate concern she should have, because not only loneliness in her love life but loneliness when it comes to friendships and relationships with other human beings, because once you start wearing away at all those relationships and leaving nothing to them, there's nothing for them to come back to. So they're not going to want to nurture that relationship any further. So you're not going to have any friends either. So you have to think of yourself overall, how it's impacting your life, that you might end up being the loneliest woman.
Anyway, there won't be anyone to tell me no at all for anything. I can just see myself Uber Eats. I mean, I'm ordering out now here too, but I don't know, it's like way more affordable. And I usually just do it like I could see myself ordering like a whole bunch of junk food all the time, you know, instead of just for dinner. I don't know. I feel like I would slip further and further away from my faith in Islam because I don't know. I just feel like I would like go back to a lot of old habits. I don't want to, and I've come all this way, you know. Even if a lot of you don't see any changes, that's fine. I don't need you to. So that's about it. I'm still super tired. I don't know, like this medication I'm taking for my leg, for my sciatica, makes me really like, it's diclonifac or something. Diclonifac. It's called Olfin, and it's like an analgesic medication, but it kind of makes me like drowsy, even though it's like, I don't know. And then my Cyprolex, I don't know. I took it like about 2 hours ago, so I'm feeling pretty drowsy. Anyway, and I am exhausted with myself, battling myself and what I should do and all this and that. And I appreciate your opinions. I know most of my audience is still from my times in Canada and a Western audience. A lot of most who have not visited the Middle East. So I understand you don't really understand the vibe, you don't understand what I'm going through, and you're thinking, why wouldn't you choose Canada, you know?
Oh, this was
But
alive.
the Middle East, like people, I read some of the comments and you, like people are not stoned here. Like, it's actually pretty free. It's like, you know, women can do whatever, and
Yeah, right. Women can do
I
whatever.
just,
You go on and do that, Chantal. Strip off your
I really just
clothes.
missing my family
Dance in front of the
back in
camera.
Canada, and also some things about my old lifestyle that were comfortable. But yeah, there's no growth in that lifestyle at all. It's more entertaining for a lot of people, but for me, it's not healthy. I don't know. I was on a downward spiral, and I have a lot of bad memories and stuff like that. So I feel like this is more home now. If I can explain it more, like I do, because culturally and religiously, I've just experienced so much here that it just feels weird going back there. I don't know, but I will visit my family and stuff. So
You should,
at least once a
absolutely.
year, I'll try to, inshallah. So I guess that's it. Enough rambling. I think I confused people even more with this video, but that's the best I can explain it. That's the best I can do.
Okay, thank you. All right, guys, I'm going to end this here. Thank you so much for joining me. What do you guys think? Let me know below. Let's have a conversation, and I will see you next time. Please be safe and take care.